Whoa, what is going on here? That's quite the mess. I'm so sorry. I'm a little late tonight. Just trying to get this thing going here. Yikes, what's going on here? There we go. All right, good. Zuhais. All right, what's going on? And of course, I'm wearing my Zelda shirt, predominantly green, so it's going to fade away into the background of the green screen over here. What's going on, 239 fams? Johnny B in the house tonight for our second last night of season 32. Wow, 20 something. Jeez, oh man, we haven't been in season 20 something for a long time. Right off the bat, we do have a goal to announce. 239 Mighty Dex scored first. That was McGilla. I caught it just as I was getting ready to start here. McGilla scores for 239 Mighty Dex. And yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. All right, here we go. Got some sound. I got some sound going on. Sorry, I got a little bit of a cough today. I don't know why. I'm better, no longer sick, but I got the stupid cough lingering. Such an old dude thing to say, but here we are. Want to welcome everybody to the chat. Let's do some raffles. Let's have some fun because we're going to need those points. Let's get this night started off correctly with a raffle for all you beautiful people out there in Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok land. Let's go. Welcome Weasel to the chat. Thank you for hanging out, buddy. Weasel's here tonight. We got Daddy Kane in the house. We got Denai. We got Drapsnot. Jay Lippy is here with us. We got Chrissy Elizabeth over here. Lamansky. We got Jimmy124. We got McGilla. We got Mark Zink, Regress. We got Renfree. We got Rink Rivals, RR Fatal, and Zaki Talib in the chat tonight here. Again, Epic 16 also with us tonight here. I just caught his name. Once again, we are live on Twitch, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok Live. So giving this league a lot of love, man, because that's what we do. We love this league, bro. And we got what do we got going on here now? I don't know why it keeps doing that. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get all the streams up. Looks like we got Epic over here. Sorry about that. Yeah, like I said, I'm super late tonight. All right, looks like we got some lag outs already, so it's gonna be one of these nights. I just don't have a good feeling right now, so it looks like we're gonna have a fail. Not the fault of these players, but EA rather. The enemy, the true enemy. All right, here we go. Got the other stream ready to go here. Sorry about that. Should have done this before, but nobody was on, so I couldn't get this on. Here we go. There we go. All right, we're cooking with fire now. There we go. All right, a lot of behind the scenes fixing up here. All right, so with that in mind, let's go switch. I gotta switch the audio volume. So how's everybody doing tonight?
There it is.
Okay, I thought it was coming soon. Yeah, I guess that's so bad.
Got a lot of things popping up on my computer. All right, welcome Ryan Tissult over on the TikTok side. We are 239 Hockey League. We got 3 games tonight for you to feast on. If you're on the vertical view, it's going to be Hobby horsing around, taking on Psychotic Break. Second screen down is the Wildlings taking on the Replacements. And then in the bottom screen, currently our only game active right now is 239 Mighty Dex taking on Jar Jar Tips. Of course, if you're on Twitch, you have a bit of a better view. I don't know what's going on with Stonewall's stream.
Nice.
Don't know if we got some lag going on. It seems like good. I'm good on my end. I don't know what's going on here. Hopefully, it's just. Yeah, it's his. All right, I'm gonna see if I can switch. It looks like Odd Guy's on. Do apologize. I'm gonna have to do this again. Do apologize. I'm gonna have to do this one more time. I'm gonna switch out. Mr. Stonewall stream for Odd Guy. Oh, wait, that's not even the right stream. Never mind. Ooh, Not even the right teams.
Two period boys. Let's keep going.
All right, so let's. We're gonna take it in a minute. We're gonna take it over to the season standings, some stats to catch you guys up on where we're at. Yeah, like I said, I don't have a choice. It's only Stonewall streaming that series. That's all right. Whatever. It is what it is. Once we get a break in the action here, because the other two games aren't even on yet. There we go. Try to get all this crap off the screen. Once we do that, we're going to take a look at the screen here. We're going to take a look at the monitor.
Yep.
Oh, snap. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a special guest in the chat here tonight here shortly. Let me get that over to you guys real quick here. Ladies and gentlemen, let me get him in here.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, we're going to have a little special guest here in the chat. As soon as I can bring him in.
No contact with the center.
Yeah, it's my first period of the day.
How long is he going to happen?
All right, testing. Jimmy, can you hear me?
That's what I was saying. That guy was like on top of him.
Jimmy, you're muted on Discord. Jimmy, you're muted. See if I can unmute. Can I unmute him? Yeah, I got a special guest in the chat, but his thing ain't working.
There it goes.
There we go. Jimmy,
Some reason it was on game chat, which makes no fucking sense.
are you on the Xbox version of Discord?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, okay, so there we go. What's up, Jimmy? Good to see you. It's been a hot minute since I've had a guest on here.
Yeah, well, I figured, season's almost over. I figured, take a few minutes.
Yeah, welcome. Talk about your series, huh? Let's talk about that. Last night.
Let's talk about it. Man, what a battle. What a grind. That was, our team has turned into this defensive juggernaut. I mean, all of our last, 8 games are low scoring?
Yeah, defensive battles, for sure, especially last night. I mean, just an amazing little battle there last. Excuse me. I'm trying to pull up the stats here. I have them written down here. So last night you guys took on
Replacements.
the replacements. Another night, the Lemansky's winning 3-1, 3-1, and 1-0 in overtime, which is as defensive as you can get while still having goals in the game.
Typically I say you can't win a game scoring 1 goal. Well, you know what? Lemansky proved me wrong.
You did. Yeah, Lemansky proved it was literally 1-0 victory in overtime. So, I mean, that doesn't get any more defensive than that, which is awesome. I mean, hey, the defense and the goaltending did what it had to do. It's just sometimes the way the cookie crumbles. Not a good night for the replacements, who are, at least they were, chasing first place. Now that's done. But they'll still be in the top 3 probably.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a solid squad over there. We give each other hell and shit, but that was definitely a fun series. Anderson was talking smack before the series, so I had to shut him up. The usual.
You smack him down a little bit, teach him a little lesson.
But you know what though, we gotta give our props to Goody too. I mean, Goody played, and Tomahawk, I believe, was their goalie. I mean, that was some great goaltending from both teams. It really helped, as well as Lemansky and Gala don't know how to shoot open nets. But I'm not going to say that out loud.
No, that'll be between us.
Yeah, it'll be between us. Nobody's listening, so right?
No, there are no viewers on TikTok, Twitch, or YouTube, or YouTube Shorts. Between those 4, there's nobody watching. Actually, a bunch of folks here on TikTok right now, the TikTok live stream. So welcome, Doubles86. Welcome to the stream. So right now you guys are sitting in 7th place at 9-10-2, 9 wins, 10 losses, 2 overtime losses. 3 points away from Hobby, Horse, and Around, who are playing tonight. Yes, they do. They are playing tonight.
Yeah, but you know what though? From where we started to where we are now, I'm very happy with that positioning. I think we started 2-10 or 4-10 or something like that.
Yes.
And I think we're on a 6-game winning streak, if I am correct.
It's shown 3. There might have been an overtime loss in there.
Yes, there was. You are right. I think it was 10 out of 11 points, or 11 out of 12, or 9 out of 10, something like that,
Yeah.
which is a hell of a stretch.
Yeah, 5-4-1. Currently in their last 10 games for you guys. Another night at Lemansky's. As far as playoffs, I mean, Jar Jar Tips. Yeah, I think you're pretty. I think you've clinched. I think everybody, number 1 through 7, ranks 1 through 7 have clinched the playoff spot, including you guys.
It gives, you know what though, you got to give shout out. I don't like the dude. He's a jackass, and I'll tell him that to his face. But what Lemansky did last season, starting the way they did, and then this season, and finishing how we are, like he knows what's wrong, and he knew what to do to fix it. Like
Yeah,
that's
he's a smart captain. He's a good captain, Lemansky, and I hope he sticks around and captains for a long time because he's one of the good ones. He really is. You know, I put guys like Odd Guy. I'll put him up there too. A guy who does it a lot. I'm doing it this season. Even Tomahawk kind of reminds me, you know, of those guys. You know, he'll captain periodically, and he'll kind of make some put together a decent team together. Like
he had a decent team this year. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not a bad team. He's got a solid all around team.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, right now
You
they're
know.
sitting in 3rd place with a chance to take 2nd. But in the chat, we got R Fatal says, Jimmy!
What the hell is that?
Mr. R Fatal.
I don't know who our fatal is.
Oh, man. Well, he knows who you are. And he's saying, what's up,
Everybody
man?
knows me.
Everybody knows. I'm Giant 918, and everybody knows me. For those who are old enough to remember that old line. Yeah, but 3 series tonight. So you guys do have one more series, tomorrow night?
Yes.
So a chance. Okay, so there's too much. There's too many variables. But in an ideal world, if you guys sweep tomorrow, and everybody else poops the bed, you have a chance to make it to 4th place. It's not likely. That pretty much means Mighty Ducks, Psychotic Break, and Hobby Horsing Around have to lose all their games. And considering 2 of those teams are playing each other tonight, that's not going to happen. But I mean, you could still climb in the standings. A little bit, but it looks like you're safe in the playoff.
I mean, does positioning really matter when they got this dumbass
No.
shit where you pick your fucking opponents? I hate that stuff. I have made it known for the last 3 or 4 seasons. I hate it. It's the dumbest thing in the world.
You've definitely been very vocal. I mean, some people seem to like it, but yeah, I think there's
Those guys are fucking retarded.
I think we're kind of split down the middle as to who likes and who doesn't.
No, I mean it's a matter of opinion. I'm an old school. I'm traditional.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw my hat in there and just say I do like the traditional 1v8, 2v7, 3v6, but you know I'm also open to change too. So, but I do prefer the traditional method. But you know it is what it is. Here we are we got 8 teams going to the playoffs. You guys, I think you need 1 point tomorrow night, or a Jar Jar Tips loss tonight to clinch. Because I think if Jar Jar Tips sweeps out and you lose all 3 games tomorrow, I think technically they can knock you out of the playoffs under that circumstance. Jar Jar Tips has to win all 6 games. You guys have to lose all 3 games tomorrow. That's the only way.
Which anything's possible.
Anything's possible, but that's a very low percentage thing to happen. Not so much Jar Jar Tips winning the games. I just, you know, I mean, you guys, I would assume you should be able to pull out a point tomorrow. I assume.
I know who we're going to play tomorrow.
Tomorrow night, let's see how many games we have. I think we have 2 games tomorrow. It's Wildlings and Jar Jar Tips. You guys, another night at Lemansky's, take on Psychotic Break, who are playing tonight right now. They're winning 1-0 actually.
Doesn't seem like it does.
And another guy, D-Vets. Not a bad little team he's put together here. You know, and I hate doing this D-Vets because I know he's going to hate me for this. I always mention this, but the last time D-Vets was captain, he had I believe it was a last place team. So to see him coming out here with a first place squad, or a mid-tier squad right now, a good looking squad. It's very, very well. Nice little turnaround there for him.
I would love to see the standings if we get a second.
Yes, we do. We do have a couple of games that are kind of paused right now, so let's do the monitor view. Book. Let me bust that out real quick. All right, monitor view, please. We're gonna get the monitor going here. And thank you, Sniper, for the prime sub. Much appreciated, my good man. Good friend Sniper there. Ratterley in the chat says, Jimmy, carry your team. Stop riding behind the
Yeah, that's not happening.
That's not happening. Come on now. That's a big ask, Rat. So here we are. Here are the standings right now. Shooting Blanks in first place. Blue Collar Dads, Replacements, mining the top 3 there. So, Mighty Dex, Psychotic Break. Now, Psychotic Break can mathematically take first place, but they need to win every single game. They cannot. Hobby horsing around, Line the Light Manskis, and Wildlings. Now, right now, the big thing is between Jar Jar Tips and the Wildlings. So 6 points separate the 2 teams. Both teams are playing tonight. Currently, Jar Jar Tips is losing 3-0 in the third period of game 1 of their series, and the Wildlings are tied 0-0. So, I'll do some mental math in a second. I mean, I'd have to figure out. There's a couple different possibilities. Jar Jar Tips can get a possible 12 points. 6 points separates the 2. I think even if they lose a couple tonight, they still have a chance, depending on how the Wildlings do. So, we have to wait till the night progresses on this one. That's kind of.
Here's the thing you got to look at. Take points away. Wildlings had 3 games on top of Jar Jar. Period.
Yeah.
Period. I mean, take points away. They got 3 games on them. So, are they playing each other or do they play each other?
They play each other tomorrow night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this season just got a whole lot better. That's great. That's no offense to not taking away anything from your team or Psychotic Breaks matchup tomorrow, but I honestly think the Wildlings Jar Jar Tips is out of the that's got to be the series of the night right there. I mean, unless Wildlings sweeps tonight and Jar Jar Tips gets wrecked tonight, then tomorrow really doesn't mean much. But
I mean, nuts, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way that I mean, if Jar Jar Tips stays competitive tonight, and maybe the Wildlings don't do so good, tomorrow night just gets a whole lot better. And like I said, of course, Lemansky, another night Lemansky taking on Psychotic Break. Again, we'll see what Psychotic Break does tonight, but I mean...
So, here's something for you. I didn't realize we were playing them until just now, but even though you said it earlier, Psychotic Break is the highest scoring team in the league, if I looked at the standings correctly.
No, Shooting Blanks.
But they have more games.
But they have more. You are correct. So right now, Psychotic Break, including tonight, they have 6 games left in the season. 12 points, 12 goals. That's right, 12 goals separate, which I think they should be able to handle. They got 1 goal tonight already. So 11 more goals, and they'll be tied for highest. And they got 6 games, 5 more to do it.
So my question is, what wins tomorrow? Defense or offense?
I think it's going to be a shootout. I think
Wow.
I think it'll be a lot of goals. I think both teams kind of wake it up. I think it's going to be a different. You might have one game where it's low score. I think at least 2 of those games are going to be, I'd say, 8 total goals between the 2 teams.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's going to be.
There wasn't 8 total goals in the whole series on the series.
But we got these funky things. It's the last night of the season. You're going to get some funky stuff going on tomorrow. So you heard it.
Let's see. It was 4, 8. I lied. There was 9 goals like yesterday's series, and you're thinking 8 in a game. Woo.
I'm thinking at least 1 or 2 of those games will probably be like a 5-3 type thing.
Wow.
Maybe a 6-2. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that much of a beating, but I think it's gonna be something like 5-3, 4-3 kind of thing. So, and then one of those games will probably be a very defensive, maybe a 2-0, 2-1, 3-1 type score. So that's what I'm thinking. My crystal ball, which could be wrong, is saying that much right now. I mean, and that's slated to be a good matchup. I think both teams have the potential.
It's 2 different clashes going at each other.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
Because if you look at the series yesterday, both teams were doing the same thing. We wanted to play defense.
Yeah.
Now they want to play all offense. Well, if they're going to play all offense, it's going to leave our forwards with the chance to do something. So you may be right.
It's a possibility. It's possible. And Ratterley in the chat says, "Shut up, Jimmy." I haven't heard that in a while. That's because we haven't had you in the booth. If you're in the booth, we're going to see that in the chat more often.
Yeah, I've been working 2 jobs and stuff, so I haven't really been playing a whole bunch or chatting much. I've just been working that time of the year.
And speaking of you, we were on vacation a couple weeks ago. We drove through your home state of WV. Drove through
What way did you go?
I-79 the whole way south. We drove through
Yeah,
from the top to the bottom because we're going to South Carolina, so we drove through the whole state.
so you were about 30 minutes from my house.
Yep.
Should have fucking hit me up. I'd have went and done out dinner or something.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Because you went through Clarksburg. I could be in Clarksburg in about 30 minutes.
We went to Clarksburg. Actually, we had a lot of rain, I think, in Clarksburg on the way back. That was pretty bad.
Oh, yeah. When did you drive back?
2 Saturdays ago. 2 or 3. I think it was 2.
What part of South Carolina you go to, Myrtle?
Yeah. Yeah.
So next time you go down south, don't go to Myrtle. Go to it's called Topsail Island, North Carolina.
Okay.
It's about 2.5 hours, maybe 2 hours. I can't remember exactly how far north of Myrtle Beach, but it is not congested like Myrtle Beach is, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper.
Well, and we went with the week that we went. It was Biker Week, which I got nothing against that, but it was just very busy. With
Yes. So next time, trust me on that. That's the beach we go to. We haven't been there in a few years because it ain't cheap. Period. I think the beach houses now run about 25. The beach house we usually get is right on the ocean. Literally, get out the steps, you're on Lake Beach.
That's awesome.
And it runs about 35 a week.
Lemansky in the chat says, "Who let Jimmy talk?"
So shut up, Lemansky. I'm fucking here. Go in practice mode, sir.
For big night tomorrow night. That's gonna be a good one there. Lemansky.
But all seriousness, I mean, it's a better, in my opinion, it's a better beach. It's about 40 minutes north of Wilmington and about 40 minutes south of Jacksonville, right in the middle.
Nice, right smack dab in the middle of 2 great places.
Yep, and that's where I got stung by a stingray.
Oh.
It did not feel good.
That's gotta be the worst. That's gotta be the worst feeling.
So yeah, well, I had my stepsister with me. We were walking out, and I was talking to her. At the time, she's like 12 or 13. This was probably, I don't know, 8-10 years ago. Probably not quite that long ago. But anyways, and it stung me, thank God, and not her. But my foot was the size of my head.
Oh, jeez, that's terrible. I heard those things were pretty brutal.
Oh, the sting itself sounded like a bee sting. It was nothing. It was the aftermath, watching my foot grow, and boy, I cussed out everybody that day. And then I went to the hospital. All they did is put hot water on it, and it went away. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Jeez, oh man. Oh man, we do have a couple of things to announce here. Jar Jar Tips have scored a couple of goals. It's now 4-2 that they're down with only 40 seconds left. Maybe too little, too late. The Wildlings have scored. They're up 1-0. So that's kind of a series. That's kind of a series to watch because both of those. Because obviously tomorrow night, the 2 series, the Wildlings replacement series, and the Jar Jar Tips 239 Mighty Dex series sets up tomorrow night. Like I said, Jar Jar Tips takes on the Wildlings tomorrow night for that final playoff spot. And of course, it depends what happens tonight. It's going to be.
Who is that streaming that Mighty Dex game?
That's Stonewall Goat. Which I know the goalie streams are not always desirable, but he's the only one doing it. So
Stonewall's got that West Virginia beard going.
He does. He's got a very nice. Is he from down there?
I have no idea.
I'm not sure where he's from.
I doubt it.
Okay, I'd like to. We don't have too many folks from West Virginia.
I believe I'm the one and only.
You might be right. You might be right.
But in my defense, I just live here. I ain't from here.
That's good. That's a good point.
I actually was up in your neck of the woods.
I saw.
About 2 weeks ago, yeah.
You were at a concert, right? Weren't you?
Yeah, I took my daughters, I should say, to NF, which I had no idea who they were. I mean, I knew of them, never really got into it. They put a pretty good show on. I mean, for not knowing what I was going to, it's a pretty good show.
What type of music is it?
It's like a rap music.
Okay. Oh God, we sound old. It's like a rap music.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, from our time, it's like, man, I can't even. I'm not even gonna go that far. I don't know, but
I'm sorry, but that's cool.
he has some decent songs. Like he does have some good songs, but he has more of those depressing. This happened, this and blah 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 and stuff like. You know what I mean? It's not like upbeat music.
Nice goal there by the. Oh, big one-timer right there. Bear with me one sec. We gotta look at this one. We have goal in the Wildlings replacement series. It's gonna be Reverend Reap from Bell and Kelch. Nice goal there by the replacements. Look at this, a pass right across the ice. He's still covered. I believe Odd Guy was on him, and he still gets it. Reverend Reap, free 14 with a nice goal.
Very nice. Yeah, the worst thing about that concert though is it took me longer to drive to Pittsburgh than it did for the show.
I can imagine.
It was an hour-and-a-half show, and it takes us 2.5 to get there.
I mean, it's like some of the concerts. I know the one I've seen the Foo Fighters like 7 times, and the most latest time I saw them, it was impossible getting out of there. So I ended up just taking a nap because I had to work the next day. So I might as well catch a few Z's while I'm doing nothing. It took me 2 hours to get out of there, so I just waited till everybody left.
Have you ever been to? Oh, what's the name of that facility? It's outside of Pittsburgh.
Is it out in Burgettstown?
Yes, Burgettstown. You ever been there?
Yep, all the time. I've been to like 7 concerts there, maybe 8.
Dude, that place is a freaking headache.
I hate going there because it's so far. It's so far away.
So far away. Shut up. It's like 30 minutes outside of town.
But I also live. I live 30 minutes south of Pittsburgh, so it's just like it's like an hour for me.
Oh, are you in the Washington area?
Close to it. Yep.
So you live like less than an hour from me.
Yep. I'm
about an hour and 10 minutes.
I'm a stone's throw from Washington County.
You guys had a tornado up there.
Yeah, that was 10 minutes for me. That was Finland. I probably shouldn't say this, but that was not too far from me.
Yeah, I know. I got you. But yeah, I know you're streaming and stuff. So, but yeah, that's scary
Here,
stuff.
my
right
address at 123 Main Street now. Zip code 90210.
Oh bullshit.
Oh bullshit! Come get me in California. I'm in Beverly Hills, baby.
But what was I gonna say? But yeah, Burgettstown is about a 2.5 hour, a little over 2.5 hours. But we go straight up Route 2.
Okay.
And hit whatever the highway's at 20, I think.
22.
22, dude. I tell you, last time we went there, we went to go see Jelly Roll and Shinedown with my daughters.
Okay, yeah, I mean, if that's their music, that's cool.
Jelly Roll's awesome, dude. I don't care what anybody says, man. He's fucking awesome. You don't like him?
He's got a nice voice for a large gentleman.
Yeah, and you know the songs, more of the lyrics. You know, the lyrics of his music is. I don't care what the genre is. If it's got good lyrics, I like it.
Got a question in the chat here from a person called Let's Go Pens 83871. He says,
You can get along with him.
Yeah, it's obviously probably a Pittsburgh guy. What's going on, Pens? Welcome. Yeah, he's probably gonna ask about this awesome league. He's like, what is this? This is like, my answer is gonna be, this is a great league. This is 239 Hockey League, right over there. 239hockey.net. If you're on the vertical view, it's right there. Great league. We get all these people. For those, like I said, I'm on TikTok right now. I'm on YouTube Shorts and YouTube. What you're seeing is teams, actual teams. These are controlled by people. All right, all these players are people.
We actually have players on both consoles. I'm going to go ahead and answer that question for you, Johnny Bills.
That's right. I do get that quite often.
We play on both consoles, you know, so it just depends on what you play.
Yep.
You can play either PlayStation 5 or Xbox
Series
X or S.
Yeah, I have an S.
We do not have a for Xbox One and whatever the other one is.
Yeah, basically the way that 97% of this league plays on Xbox Series S or X, and I think we have a couple guys on PS5, if I'm not mistaken. I think there's like 2 guys that are on PS. So we're open to that. You know, those are the leagues. Those are the consoles we use on. If you're asking, I'm assuming you're asking about this league. If you're asking what I play, I'm a PC guy all the way. But for the league, yeah, I'm on Xbox. What's my YouTube? All right, here you go, man. Here you go. Let me drop this in the chat. And we do have so the replacements are up 2-1 in their series. And look at the top left if you're on Twitch. Top screen if you're on the vertical view. And here we go. Psychotic Break look like they're about to win this game 1-0, kind of like you guys last night. So right there, we got a couple seconds left, and yes, there is. So that's the end of, oh. Okay, I got to stop saying things. Guys, Hobby Horsing Around has scored with 0.2 seconds left in the game to tie it at 1. Wizzy War. I am ready to... 0.1 seconds left, guys. Oh my God, we're going to overtime in this one. That top left, Ellen DeGeneres, which is Mashava. What a name. Yeah, welcome to the channel, Pence. Thank you for that. If you want to drop a sub, thank you so much on the YouTube and the Discord, or on the Twitch. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm ready to discount Hobby Horse Around. I thought the game was over. Wizzy scores with like 1/10 of a second left to tie it up, so we're going to overtime.
That's a busy thing to do.
Him and I'm Not Even Good are notorious for scoring these goals really, really, really late in the game. Like, it's like 1-goal game, and they score with 3/10 of a second left. I mean, they do that. Wizzy scores kind of whenever. There's certain guys that kind of score early, middle, blah, blah, blah. They score a lot, they score a little, whatever. But guys like Wizzy and, like I said, Goody, they score late. They'll hit you with these weird goals at weird times. I was ready. I was right there. I was ready to put the lead series 1-0 thing up. But now I got to hold off on that because they scored with like a half a 2/10 of a second left. All right, game number 1 is in the books over on the top right corner, middle of the screen if you're on the vertical view. And that is the replacements taking on the Wildlings. Take a look at the stats here. We're going to get play of the game view there.
Who won that game?
The replacement. Replacements have won, I believe it was 2-1 final. So Reverend Reap with that really nice goal that me and you saw. We were talking about it earlier. That was the one that won the game. So game 2 is about to...
Reap is not playing defense this game, this series.
No Reap on defense. Looks like he was on the right wing at that time. I do want to welcome Rob Dice. Oh, Pale Poner. Sorry. Pale Poner over on the TikTok side. We got a couple folks over on YouTube. And most of you guys are here on Twitch. So, like I said, it's nice. It's great for the league. Great to have support for this league on multiple platforms. And, we've gotten a few guys join this league because of this. They come and see this. They're like, hey, this looks like fun. I kind of want to do this. I'm like, yeah, come do this. And I will admit, most of my referrals don't work out for whatever reason or another.
That's because most of them don't know what club is and they don't know what a team system is.
Right. A lot of folks are used to playing like versus or what's that thing that the milk cow hut. It
doesn't work in this. You can't be a versus player and try and play this because all you're going to do is try and puck hog. And if you puck hog in this league, especially, you're not going anywhere.
It's a pretty chill league. I mean, I think we have a great community here. We have a lot of guys who are willing to play with guys who are, we take all skill levels. But yeah, when it's toxic and people are puck hogs, it doesn't work out. It just really annoys everybody. I mean, it would annoy me. Just play. The only thing we ask for people who join this league or who want to join this league, just be a good person. That's all. Just don't be terrible.
I'm gonna start being a puck hog for my team. Go end to end, Bobby Orr every time.
You should take the Radley approach and never pass. Just score like 96 goals a season.
Yeah, just break my right trigger.
Just take the pass button out of your controller. Don't use it.
Nah, be a good excuse not to pass. Sorry, Lemansky, I broke that fucking controller. I can't use it.
Sorry, my controller don't work right, and I can't afford a new one. Sorry. And
just would I be the next waiver victim?
You'll be in the waiver wire. You'll be there with the rest of us rotting in waiver wire purgatory. So it looks like all right. The top left series is the one that's in overtime. Somebody? It looks like there was a syncing issue. It looks like they might be fixing it. I hope so because I hope it's good, man. Because it's gonna.
Hey, Lemansky, that's not a controller delay. That's a brain delay. Just so you know. You can't fix that.
You can't fix you can't fix the brain. Should get a controller without a 5-second delay. Oh, dude, that would drive me nuts. All right, good. The game is back on. All right, I was getting worried we're going to get some lag outs here. I said the L word, and it's going to happen now. I know it. But, anywho, want to welcome everybody. Like I said, if you're on YouTube Shorts or TikTok, get a nice little vertical view. I've kind of set it up nicely so that you can kind of have a different view. And of course, Twitch and YouTube gets this traditional view with the 3 games, 2 on top, 1 on the bottom. This is season 3. I know we got some new folks. I know Let's Go Pens is new here. Thank you for joining me. Let's Go Pens. Drop a follow if you're so inclined to. 239 Hockey League. We are wrapping up season 32 regular season. Next week is the playoffs. Tomorrow is our final night of the season. The man in the booth with me, Jimmy124, will be on the ice tomorrow night. So, like I said, it's a doubleheader tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to it.
Johnny, that's a maybe.
You might be on the ice?
Yeah, it's a maybe.
Okay. They might be benching you.
That work thing, you don't know if I'm making it home in time.
Got you. Okay, well, hey, if not, we'll check out the team. Your team's going to be playing tomorrow night. Depending on this, and actually, so we got a stoppage in play here. 2-1. Okay, so looking at the game on top and the game to my left, or if you're on the vertical view, the game in the middle, the game on the bottom. So the Wildlings lost, Jar Jar Tips lost. So that 6-point gap between those 2 teams, one of them a playoff team, one of them out of the playoffs, still remained. It's still 6 points. So for Jar Jar Tips, it's kind of good that the Wildlings lost, not good that Jar Jar Tips lost. They do have a pretty, I mean, both teams actually, Wildlings and Jar Jar, do have some pretty tough matchups tonight. You know, to make it easy, in an ideal world, both teams get swept tonight and then they play each other tomorrow for the final playoff spot. And it's just like whoever wins tomorrow goes to the playoffs. Kind of makes it easier that way.
Yeah, but here's the issue with aren't they 3 games apart? Like, so that means if Wildlings win 1 game or get 1 point, then it's done. You want Jar Jar to win a game or 2.
That's true. That is true. I mean,
get some points.
And nothing against the Wildlings. Obviously, I hope best of luck to everybody involved. But to make things interesting, in the interest of making things crazier, yeah, Wildlings maybe don't do so good tonight, and Jar Jar Tips wins a couple. Keeps it interesting for tomorrow. All right, I don't know what's going on.
Well, sir,
Tomahawk.
I am gonna call it a night. I have to work in the morning. I just figure I'll come and BS with you for a little bit.
Hey, I always appreciate it. This door, it's locked, but it's open.
Yeah, I seen you were in there. I'm like, hey, Johnny, fix that.
I forgot. I was running late. We got a goal here by Wizzy for Hobby Horse around the game winner, and the Hobby Horse and around to win the game 2-1 in overtime. Let's get some music. Let's get some music for them guys, shall we?
Huge Wizzy. Wow, they had that game. They let it go.
They had it. They had it.
When situations happen like that where it's tied late, a lot of the times the team that tied it take the momentum into overtime.
9 times out of 10, 9.997 times out of 10 that happens. It does. It literally does. And with that goal by Wizzy with like 1/10 of a second left, you kind of had that gut feeling that, okay, they're probably going to get the ride the wave and got to take this. And there's Kelch. Oh my God, Kelch with a rare goal for the replacements. I just want to pick on Kelch a little.
Kelch actually did something for his team. That's amazing.
Yet you're telling me.
Was that like his first goal in 17 seasons?
I think so. Kelch is the inaugural first goal in 17 seasons. Young Kelch with his first goal ever. Congratulations, Kelch. No, I don't want to keep you. I feel bad. I'm keeping you here. I want to thank you for coming in here, Jimmy, keeping things more interesting.
Yes, sir. I will see you next week.
I will see you next week in the playoffs.
Yes, sir. Maybe tomorrow, but we'll see.
Maybe tomorrow. We'll see how that goes.
Yes, sir. Later, man.
Thank you. All right, so that was my man, Jimmy. 1, 2, 4 brothers and sisters. And it's all good. Jimmy joining us here. His team will be playing tomorrow night against Psychotic Break. So that'll be another night of Lemansky's taking on Psychotic Break. Should be a good one. Like I said, Tomahawk stream is lagging pretty hard. And so 2 teams tomorrow night are going to play the Wildlings in 8th and final playoff spot, taking on the 9th place Jar Jar Tips. So playoff implications on the line tomorrow. Of course, that depends on what happens tonight with these teams. All right, so if the Wildlings start winning the next 2 games and Jar Jar Tips loses, that's pretty much it. We'll pretty much have all the playoff teams decided tonight, but yeah, because 6 points separates the 2 teams. 8. So I think if Wildlings wins 1 more and Jar Jar Tips loses another one here, that should just about eliminate Jar Jar Tips. I can't be 100% sure, and I'm going to scratch my back with my back scratcher because I'm got an itchy spot right in the middle. I don't feel like stretching back. Well, it's not. I just can't. Well, that feels amazing. Hey, what's up, Joe Shiny? Joe Shiny's in the chat. Hey, what's up, buddy? We saw him last night. Joe Shiny, man, was lighting it up last night, too. If we were here, those boys was lighting up the lamp pretty hard there. Had a good night last night, dude. So what was that series score? Let me have it right here. Yeah, Blue Collar Dads. Yeah, that one game. Blue Collar Dads and the Mighty Dex was going at it last night. 9-2. Game 1. I think everybody had a hat trick in that game. It was crazy. 9-2. I was like, holy smokes. I just saw these go. It was like 7-1 at the end of the second period or something like that. I was like, what the heck is going on here? It's a weird game. That's a weird series. Good one, but a weird one. A couple in the chat. Sniper 0270 in the chat says, Johnny, scratch your private region with that. God. I would, but this is my son's. I don't think he'd appreciate me doing that. Although, who knows? There's no saying he didn't do that. All right, so Young Kelch with the opening goal there for the replacements on the top right of the screen, middle screen if you're on the vertical view. And look at this little ripper from the point. Does anybody? Nobody. No, he was a defenseman, so he scored it right from the point. Looks like it just hit the goalie's bottom of his glove and goes down and goes in. So that's all Kelch there. That's all Kelch's shot. So that's the opening goal in that series. All right, so we got all these game 2s about to start. Oops, I forgot to add that. That Hobby Horse and Around is leading the series 1-0. I forgot to do that. That's all manual stuff. There we go. Perfect. So all these games are about to start game 2 here. Like I said, I had a bit of a messy start tonight for the stream. Do apologize. I just had a really busy day. Work all day and then came home. And my son and I we do martial arts. We had belt testing tonight, so that ran late, which means I came home late, and everything was just running late. But hey, we're here. We're here. 2-9 hockey action. Period number 2 is about to start here for the replacements and the Wildlings. I believe that's a Game of Thrones reference. I've never seen the show. Do apologize. I'm not all completely 100% down with pop culture that everybody else is into. Game of Thrones is one of those things that everybody seems to have watched except me. I have nothing against it. I just never got around to it.
Showing great mobility here as he drops into the butterfly and moves across his crease with ease to make the save. We got a whistle. Penalty coming up. Well, it's kind of hard to protect.
All right, so face off in the replacements zone. That's the replacements in the white and red jerseys. The Wildlings are in those dark red and black orange and black jerseys. A couple shots there. Nice saves there. The goaltender is Tomahawk. That's who's streaming tonight. There's Rondon Volante with the puck. He gets it over. Nice blocker save by Tomahawk. Trying for the wraparound, and Tomahawk just keeps getting these shots away. Keeping hope alive right now. Do a quick raffle for your fingers. Looking to do some kind of a giveaway for the playoffs. We'll figure out what it is. Probably next week. I'll let you know whenever I figure it out.
And that's a great defensive heads up to force the turnover. Plant's got the puck in his own zone. Moves it to Heath. Both teams back to even strength. Really nice effort by the penalty killing unit on that one.
All right, so a little shot there. Replacements currently leading 1-0 here early in the second period. And the replacements, let me open up their standings real quick. Let me see if I can get some updated standings here. Looks like Young Kelch is going to go off for tripping, actually. Check that out. Trying to find the standings here. Yeah, so the replacements now, with that win, are 5 points away from first place. So obviously that's not obtainable. They play the last 2 games of the season right here tonight. So the most they can get is 33 points. So that'll be 1 point shy of first place. So close. So close. Here comes Sober Enough with the puck. Back low, down low, a couple of shots. And nice save by Tomahawk. There's Shem. Little turnaround shot. Try to get it in there. And big save by Tomahawk. Going down the end of the ice. And here comes the other way. Here comes Sober Enough with the puck over to Rondon Volante. Lose the puck. And it's going the other way. We got a little view here. Yeah, there it is. Rondon's going to gather the puck. Come around the boards now. And here comes Master Shotgun over to Rondon. Rondon skating with it now. Look at him making some moves. And a little tappy shot there. Little tappy shot there. Not much there. Going. Big shot on goal. And, odd guy. Pale Poner in the chat says Johnny should use that to scratch his private region. Can you imagine? Dude, that'd be so weird. This thing it's made of wood, so it's not too harsh on my skin. Scratching, it's pretty comfortable. All right, 2 series are underway now. Game 2 here. 9 minutes left in the second period between the replacements and the Wildlings.
Columbus looks to get things going now with the puck. Exploring options here inside the defensive zone. Good reach to the stick to knock the puck away. Quick feed to Quick. From the point, looks to make something happen. Picked up along the wall by Quick. Quick pass to Kaprizov.
All right. So 6 minutes left. Sorry, I'm responding to a few folks here. Welcome to the TikTok. We got a couple folks. I didn't catch your names, but a couple folks joining us on TikTok Live. let me give YouTube some love. I gotta give YouTube some love. Well, there's been a few people in and out on YouTube. Welcome to the stream, fams. Hope everybody's doing well. Got a few folks over on YouTube. YouTube Bookdish. All right. The Wildlings down 1-0, and no score in the Hobby Horsing Around Psychotic Break series so far in the first period of game number 2. Dainty Daggles with the puck. Excuse me, gets it over to Mashapa down behind the net. Going the other way now. Here comes Z Turtle for Psychotic Break in the green jerseys. All right, here comes Mashapa now. Lining up on the left wing, turns it over, and it's going the other way now. Z Turtle in front, big shot on goal, big saved by Rage. Ragenstein, Rage in a Cage, as he was previously known as. All right, replacement series going the other way now. Icing is the call. As soon as we get a break. As soon as we get a break in the action, we'll take it to the standings. We can take a look at that, see where we're at in the season as game number 2s are on their way or just about to start. And welcome Ali over on TikTok Live. Welcome. We'll take a look at the standings to see where we're at going into the next couple games here. Yeah, we got a couple things here in the chat. We got a couple things here on the standings. So, a couple things to look at. A couple big games on board for tomorrow night. So, it's going to set up an interesting tomorrow night. So, Psychotic Break. So, Hobby Horsing Around will finish their season tonight. So will the replacements. 239 Mighty Decks will finish their. So, half of these teams will finish their season. Half of these teams will finish their season tonight. Hobby Horsing Around will be done. So, big one there. It looks like Sexy Rocco on the top left of the corner taking a penalty. Going to put the Hobby Horsing Around on a power play now. A much needed power play here. No score. Try to break the deadlock here. All right, goes around the boards, and here comes Hobby horsing around with it now. Loads the puck down the ice. It's going to be an icing call. All right, take a look at the monitor real quick while we have a break in the action. Nothing really going on right now. Here are the standings right now. Shooting Blanks in first place. Replacements currently in second place. Blue Collar Dads in third. Mighty Ducks playing tonight. They're starting their game hop here momentarily. Currently in fourth place, so they can take third, possibly second, but depending on how tonight goes. Hobby horsing around, 25 points here in fifth place. Psychotic Break in sixth. Another night, Lemansky's, who we'll see tomorrow night, third, seventh. And the Wildlings are currently in the final playoff spot. And with Jar Tips on the outside looking in. Got a little bit of work to do tonight.
It just hasn't translated into generation of offense. They got to continue to work on that through the third period. They are trailing. But it's right on.
At some point, I am going to step aside and get another beverage because beverages are delicious.
Broken up by Pond.
Beverages are necessary.
And he slides it quickly to Dickey.
I mean, if I don't have my beverage, I may not make it. I may not make it. You might not see me tomorrow. I might pass away from lack of beverage.
Just a little too much contact and couldn't hang on to the puck. And he loses both the puck and his balance.
All right, looks like we are going to finally get game 2 underway here between the Mighty Ducks and Jar Tips. Not sure what's going on there. Maybe a little lag or something, but looks like they're about to get started here.
The Wild Wings have it from their own end. Moves it to Flynn. Intercepted. Bad save, and the goalie made it look easy. We got a whistle.
All right, we're going to have a whistle call here. Look at this. Game number 2 is almost over between the Replacements and the Wildlings. Game number 2 hasn't even started for one of these series. So it's an interesting turn of events there.
And they take possession here inside the offensive zone. Columbus plays the puck along the boards.
All right.
Takes the feed.
Game number 2 on the way between Jar Tips and the Mighty Ducks. So for an interesting night tomorrow night, especially for Jar Tips, they want to win a game or 2 here, and they're hoping that the Wildlings get swept. That way, they have a better chance tomorrow night. Obviously, any points or wins that the Wildlings get tonight will bring Jar Tips closer to elimination. So we'll see what happens here.
Position, not only is he as big as possible and covers the top half, but he's agile enough to slide across to cover the lower half.
Takes the puck into the corner of the offensive end. Heath's got it in the defensive zone. Here's a chance.
And a goal right there for Shem.
Got him!
All right, big goal there by Shem for the Wildlings, and they tie it up a 1 apiece. 1-1 here late in the game. Third period, 9.5 to go.
Like this often, you put your opponent on their heels because they knew they had the game within reach. Now it's a much different story.
Scoops up the puck.
Renfrey in the chat. Oh, man. Renfrey in the chat says, that song triggers my Flyers PTSD. Oh, man. Yeah, it's one of, the song that just reminds you of that horrible incident or that bad times, bad memories. I saw it. Another gentleman that I follow on Twitch uses it for, I think, when people join this, when people raid or something. I thought it was a pretty cool little song. I was like, I kind of like that.
Quick's gonna play it against the half wall.
Kind of enjoy it.
Columbus moves ahead with the puck.
Me and my Zelda shirt enjoyed it. You can see, because I'm wearing, it's a green shirt. You can't really see much on it, but you can see the outline. My Zelda shirt.
Defensively structured, and you never know which way it's going to end.
From the point, they take control of it. Can't connect as it goes off a stick. Columbus has the puck. Look at the Savardian spinorama. Oh, and she comes up big again to turn them away.
Sorry about that, folks. Oh, man. So we're going to have period start. We have Mighty Ducks with a goal here. They're already up 1-0 in this one. So Mighty Ducks doing the Wildlings a favor here, certainly, by keeping the Jar Tips at bay. So, it's going to set something up for tomorrow night. It makes things interesting for tomorrow night. So top right of the screen, or if you're in the vertical view, it's the middle screen. The Wildlings and Replacements are tied at 1 with 3 minutes left. All right, welcome Vatty to the chat. V4TTY, Vatty. Welcome. Radley in the chat says, Radley says, Vatty, go home, you're drunk. Hello, what's going on, Vatty? Welcome. Feel free to, if you're so inclined to, drop a follow. Holy, Vatty says, holy smokes, you got my name right. What are people calling you then? It's really not that hard. Are people calling you something else? Like, what are they calling you, VorTTY?
A new follower.
Thank you for the follow, Vatty. New follow. I like that little song it plays. It's pretty cool. Thank you for the follow, Vatty. Welcome to the stream. We are 239 Hockey League. 239hockey.net, and I'm Johnny Bales, which is a god-awful name, but I settled on it, so I guess I'll just have to kind of stick with it. Rather than change it and rebrand and all that goofy stuff. Vatty says, I may know some of these folks. So you're obviously a player, probably in another league, right? Is where you probably know some of these folks from. So, because a lot of players here play in other leagues as well. So we have a good community here comprised of folks from this league or from other leagues, and we all just kind of converse and hang out. We've known each other for a long time. And where we're at now, we're in the second last night. We're in the second last night of the regular season. So tomorrow night is the final night. And as soon as we get a break in the action, I'll switch it over to the standings again for those who just joined to kind of get caught up where we're at. Tomorrow night, we're going to have a really good matchup there. The Wildlings taking on Jar Jar Tips. Is going to be a huge matchup tomorrow night. And we have a goal here by Psychotic Break. Holy mackerel! And Psychotic Break gets the goal there. It's 2-1 now. They lead. All right, top right of the screen. The game is the regular game is over. Everybody in the chat, raise your hand if you know Vatty and where do you know him from? Is what league? I'm curious for some conversation. I'm curious. Be kind of curious to see where everybody knows everybody from. Radley in the chat says, Joe Shiny says, you might know me, Vatty. Radley in the chat says, no one wants to admit knowing you. All they know is Lisa. Oh, you guys are rough. You guys are rough in here, guys. Vatty in the chat says, so many wonderful folks. Yeah, we got a good crew here. We do have a great group here. I will give us that. We have a phenomenal camaraderie. You know, we've had some trouble folks come and go, but for the most part, everybody here gets along, and you know, we chirp each other. That's the way to play the game. But it's all good. It's all cool. We're all adults. We're all fun. All right, big goal there by Jar Jar Tips, and a big goal there in the top left of the screen by Mr. Sando Sparks of Hobby Horsing Around. So 3-2 now. Looks like Psycho Break scored again, so there are a lot of goals going on there. It's 3-2 now, Psycho Break. Vatty in the chat says, I'm a longtime manager of another league. Now I staff for them. I was a manager for G's 10 years straight. Never took a season off. That's really impressive. Really impressive, dude. That's awesome. That's dedication to the game, bro. Very impressive. Just saying, our league could use a guy like you. All right, a dedicated guy. We could use, not making any hints or nothing, but 239 could use some more good quality players. These names make me want to join next season. Maybe I can convince my wife to let me play Chell with you. Yeah, man, absolutely. It'd be great to have y'all. We know we do. That's the kind of a nice thing. And I don't know if there's so many leagues now. There's so many leagues now that I don't know the ins and outs of every league. But the one thing I like about 239 is you can make your own. You can come up with your own team name within reason. Obviously, for certain things aren't allowed, of course. Don't need to get into that. We all know what we're talking about. But. Oh, nice goal. And the replacements will take it in overtime there. All right, so top screen. or middle screen if you're on the vertical view, top right if you're on Twitch or YouTube. And like I said, we are on YouTube, Twitch, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok Live right now. So looks like Beliveau with the big game winner there. Nice play there.
It is so difficult to defend. Everyone on the ice knows exactly where she's going to shoot this puck with the one-timer, but no one can stop it. A great pass by her teammate.
All right, so that was, I believe that was Renfrey. Was it Renfrey? I believe it was. Replacements up 2-0 after that nice play there. Nice goal there in overtime.
200 goals is absolutely incredible, James. You know that everyone in the league...
All right, Rob Miller, a.k.a. Rob3234, has just scored for Hobby Horse and Around. That puts them only down by 1 now, 4-3. A lot of goals in this one. A lot of goals coming up. Vaddy in the chat says, is this the league that Pale runs? I saw him lurking. Yeah, he's one of the admins here. We have a few. But yeah, Pale's one of the big admins here. Here in this league. Great guy. Long time admin here. He's put in his time here, man. Really, yeah. A lot of these guys have. Vaddy in the chat. Big goal. That was a huge goal there. Absolutely huge game winner there. All right, looks like, yes, Ellen DeGeneres for the Hobby Horse and Around has scored a goal. And that is a tie game, ladies and gentlemen, 4-4. Just insane what's going on in that game. Second period, we still have a whole period to go. My God. Save some goals for next game, guys. Alrighty, so Goody in the chat. Goody in the. What's going on, Turbo? What's going on, buddy? Good to see you, man. How are you doing tonight, Turbo? Goody in the chat says, "Forget the admins here. They suck." Guys are brutal, man. That's the thing about Goody, man. He doesn't pull any punches, man. He lets you know what you see with Goody is what you get. As we have like 5 admins in this chat tonight. At least 3. I know there's 2 or 3 for sure. I'm going to switch the sound. The sound is farting on it. There you go. All right. All right, so here we go now. So we're going to go to the, as soon as we get some moments, a little moment of tranquility, we'll switch it to the standings because I do believe the standings are up. Replacements are updated. All right, we got something in the chat here. We got, what do we got here? What do we got going on here? Welcome, first time chat. Juge Hark Hyra. I do apologize if I butchered your name. Happy birthday to my friend Nicholas Gores. What? Oh, no, that's, yeah. We're not doing that. No. Juge, you got to go, buddy. That's a no, my stream. Yeah, it's on my About Me page. No. I'm gonna have to erase that message. I don't approve of that. Yeah, no bigotry in this chat.
Hey, you subscribed. Does it feel good? Welcome
to Young Kelch with the who subbed there. Was that Kelchy? Young Kelch, thank you for that. Much appreciated. Juju, I gotta say goodbye to you, buddy. You can't do that here. I don't tolerate that. Sorry. Give you the ban hammer. There you go. Yeah, I can't come here and you're doing that. Report you for naughty messages. All right, reported, blocked, and you're gone. Sorry, can't do that, buddy. I mean, hop on my About Me if you're ever unsure. Yeah, if you're ever unsure of the rules, hop over my About Me page. Just for, I don't tolerate racist remarks. That's a no-no in my books. Goodbye. Sorry, not happening. All right, no, it's good. He's gone. He's just some troll. I do gotta admit, and there's a goal there by the 239 Mike. He almost had me saying it, which would have been bad. That's gonna be Frack side with the goal here on the bottom screen, bottom on both Twitch and TikTok, and that's a goal. That's gonna be Frack side. And what a game that guy had. What was it, 2 nights ago for the Mighty Ducks? And that guy's looking impressive here, and he's gonna need to play impressive going into the playoffs next week, so that's a big one. Like music playing, I don't know where that music's come from. I do apologize. I was trying to read it slowly. What is he saying? Of course, they try to hide it conveniently or into the as soon as I saw Renfree's reaction, she's like, "No, Johnny, don't." I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, you almost got me." Trey93 says we need a bot for standings. Yeah, we do. We should do that. Is there such thing? Pale Poner asked, "Well, yeah, there was a guy, a troll, who decided to be a little racist, and that's an instant see you later." That's not happening. No. 2024, let's screw up. Let's not be like that. All right, so looking at the stuff, looking at all the stuff here, and we have goals happening out the wazoo. In the top left, the top screen on the vertical, Sexy Rocco with the goal for a psychotic break. My God, ladies and gentlemen, this is 5-5 with 6 minutes left. That's probably the game 2 of the night. Back and forth, it's like Psychotic Break is leading. Then Hobby Horse and Around takes a couple goal lead. And then Psychotic Break fights back. It's been a great series right there. And it's 5-5 right now, late in the third period. We'll see if somebody can score. Keep an eye on Wizzy. He's known for these weird late heroics, last-minute heroics. We'll see if he has any more in the pockets.
It's a very nice.
Wow, it's a very nice. That's going to be Radley redeeming some points for Borat's QC. Can mention there.
Wow, it's a very nice.
Terrible in the chat. What's up, buddy? If anybody's so inclined to, now we got some more people in the chat. Let's run a raffle. I know nobody answered the last one. Go ahead, enter it. We're doing a giveaway during the playoffs. Again, I'll probably just keep it simple, like a gift card or something. I don't want your addresses. I don't want to be mailing you prizes. I think that's kind of creepy. So I'm not going to do that. Just keep it digital. Keep it digital in an otherwise scary world. Not that I'm scary. I'm pretty not scary, but, I feel you. And there is a goal. There is a goal by Sexy Poppy Rocco over on, yes, Psychotic Break lead 6-5 now. This is an absolute, there's not a defenseman's game at all for either team here. It's 6-5, just goals all over the place. Kind of a nightmare of a game for goaltenders and defensemen. But good if you're on offense or if you like offense. All right. Waiting for some of these games to end, and then we can get now, the nice thing is we're going to have this series kind of ending soon, so we can see where the Wildlings stand. Because the Wildlings' success or failures tonight will determine what happens to Jar Jar Binks. Now, the Wildlings do get a point for that overtime loss in game 2. So now they're up 7 points on Jar Jar Tips for that final playoff spot. It's really, the ball is in Jar Jar Tips' hand. They have to win at least a game tonight. In an ideal world, they're going to at least take 3 points between this game and the next one. And hope for some help from the replacements versus the Wildlings. So, a lot of stuff. It's going to set up an interesting tomorrow night. That's for sure.
The rookies have possession shorthanded, and they send it down the
There is Turbo. Wow, wow, what? It's a very nice. And it looks like we have a goal. Do we have a goal? Yes, we do.
Jesus, 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 Jesus.
All right, there's Ziggs with the goal, the captain for Jar Jar Tips. Buries one, and that is exactly what they need. That's exactly. It's 2-2, middle of the third period. Right now, 11 minutes left in the third. So Jar Jar Tips, they have to win this game. They have to if they want any chance at a playoff spot. All right, we got a goal here. I believe that is nice goal there. That was a nice shot. Kind of skated off to the right there. Yeah, nice little shot there. Just look at the replay. Nice little play there. I believe that was Beliveau with the score there for the replacement. So if you are Jar Jar Tips right now, I know that some of these guys must have this stream up, and I know that they're watching that replacements with a bit of a side eye because the results of the replacements Wildling series determines whether or not Jar Jar Tips goes to the playoffs or not. So big stretch there. I believe that was Master Shotgun who just scored for the Wildlings. It's a very nice. All right, 1-1 now. So the Wildlings, shortly after that goal by Beliveau, have tied things up on 1 apiece now. That's incredible. Incredible indeed. All right, top left of the screen. Look at this, guys. Like I said, 6'5". And Hobby horsing around has scored a goal late in the third period. And it is now tied. It's now overtime. So both teams are going to walk away with a point. And a goal. A goal for the replacements. It's going to be the rookie Dragon. So Dragon gets a nice goal. Young Kelch on the assist. So several points tonight for Young Kelch, which is... Let me see. What's this email from Twitch? Oh, they received my report from that. I hope they do something. We can't have that in this world. 2-1 now for the replacements. Dying seconds of the first period. It is 2-1. Very nice. All right, so bottom screen. All these series have something. I'll take my glasses off, no problem. All these series have something important now. Very nice. It's just gonna be Borat all night. It's gonna be a Borat kind of a night, right? It's gonna be all Borat all night. I love Borat though. He's a funny dude, man. I might watch that movie this weekend. Very nice. All right. Let me see here. Trying to find a moment. Very nice. He's a very nice. We got some interesting stuff in the chat right now. Pale Poner in the chat asks, "Wait, what is that?" Very nice.
Well, the first 20 is in the books. Let's see what this second period offers. Second frame is underway as the puck is dropped.
All right, we got in the chat. Johnny, you should do some hot dog streams, like hot dog, like ASMR eating hot dogs. Oh shit. What's going on here in this stream here? Oh, we got something. Very nice. Hold on, I gotta fix that. We lost Stonewall. Mr. Novak, Mr. S. Novak in the chat. I know you had a good point earlier, Novak. Very nice. Trying to find S. Novak. Very nice. There he is. S. Novak earlier in the chat says, need a Johnny Redemption arc. Schedule a fight with the racist guy. Very nice. Oh, man. Johnny versus Joey Chestnut stream. Oh my God. Yes. Yes, let's do it. Hey, I need to do a
Wow, is very nice.
I'll take Joey. You'll take me over Joey Chestnut? All right. We'll do it.
Wow, is very nice.
Trying to find out what's going on with Stonewall's stream here. As Wizzy has scored the overtime goal. Let's go.
Holy mackerel!
All right, 7-6.
Nice.
7-6 victory for friggin' Hobby Horsing. I'm slurring. Hobby Horse. Like, what do you guys call it again? Hobby Horsing around with the big win.
Is very nice.
Yo, you guys are killing it with that Borat. All right, so here we go. Hobby Horsing around with the big win. We'll take a look at their.
Is very nice.
We'll take a look at their. Take a look at sayings here. I gotta reload Stonewall Goat's stream real quick. I do apologize. As I hop on Twitch and the live channels I may like is all ASMR streams. That's just crazy. It's like they know me. You probably saw it in that screen there. Yeah, I gotta load it up here.
Wow, is very nice.
There we go. All right, I got it back up. That's what she said. All right. Stonewall is back. So we got the stream back on. I fixed it. Good me. Go me. So here we are. We got 2-1 for the replacements with 9 minutes left in the game. Second period. Good Lord. Second period coming at you now. All right, washed up, bar down. Going to be getting himself a penalty here for 2 minutes. And damn. So that's going to be a 2-2. It's 2-2 in overtime. So Jar Jar Tips smartly taking some overtime points now. They got a point here. If they can win, that'll certainly help their cause a lot. They're in overtime right now, looking for the victory.
Is very nice.
All right, here we go. So here we go. Here comes here comes Jar Jar Tips in front. Oh, big save there. Back to the point and down low. Back to the point. A little bit of tic-tac-toe there. A little bit of passing there. And we're going to have a nice move. Shot on goal is, a nice save. Glove save by the Mighty Ducks.
Pittsburgh's goal scorers need to find a way to finish on some of these chances as they continue to trail here late in this middle frame. Offense his own face-off, and he wins the draw. Great read with the stick. Close, but not close enough.
All right, so here we go. Overtime in the bottom screen here. The overtime between Jar Jar Tips and 239 Mighty Ducks. It's 2-2. So Jar Jar Tips with a very valuable point here. They certainly want the second point, and they definitely want some points in that next game. So big time stuff going on here. In the other series, it's 2-1 replacements late in the second period, about a minute left to go in that period. Undressed. I got to find some more cool widgets and bots for this stream. Okay, here's an interesting question. I'm willing to entertain this. Now, I'm not political in the least, but I'll entertain a what if.
Wow, is very nice.
S Novak, I'm gonna move the Twidget chat over to the other side because it's getting blocked by Borat. Oops. Actually, we'll just move Borat over here. Move Borat to the right side. S Novak asks, Johnny, which president are you most and least able to beat in a fist fight while they were in office? And again, I am not political, so I'm for neither this side or that side. I'm not political in the least. I think the one I would easily beat in a fight would be the current president, Joe Biden. I got nothing. I'm not, like I said, I'm not political. It's not a political thing, but he seems very frail, so it'd be an easy victory. Least able to beat in a fist fight? I feel like Bill Clinton. No, he seems like he'd be too. No, I take that back. So, easiest to beat in a fist fight, I would say either Richard Nixon or Joe Biden. FDR was in a see. If FDR was in a wheelchair, I wouldn't pick on him. I wouldn't mess with that. I would leave him be. I was gonna say Abe Lincoln least likely to beat in a fist fight. I think. Oh, we got a goal here by the replacement. Teddy Roosevelt's a good one too. Actually, good point, Renfree. Maybe Teddy. You know, let me go with Teddy Roosevelt. Yeah, let me go with Teddy Roosevelt on that one. He seems like a no nonsense kind of a guy. So, again, it's nothing political. I am not political in the least. I'm going to put that disclaimer out there 73 times if I have to. Easiest to beat in a fist fight, I'm going to go with Joe Biden or Richard Nixon. Least likely to beat in a fist fight, I'll go Teddy Roosevelt. That's Novak. That's one of the most interesting questions ever. Thank you for that. That's awesome. Goody in the chat says, I feel like Millard Fillmore would be easier to beat. Bush says, Radley says Bush. Which one? Oh, Little Woo's with us here tonight. Johnny, how's it going? Currently streaming, coming to lurk. Thank you so much for the lurk. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey, I saw you were on again. I saw you were on again tonight, so that's awesome. I'll as soon as we're done here, you know my thing. I'm gonna jump on yours. Jump on your stream and check it out. Lemansky says Trump is a WWE Hall of Famer. He would be tough to beat. Yeah, I feel like maybe Trump might have some toughness on him. Goody. No. He says, you sound political, Johnny. No. Not me. If anybody who knows me knows that I am not in the least. Usually when there's a political discussion at a social, I just kind of walk away and go about my day. That's kind of my stance on that. Oh, a lot of good stuff. And I'm glad that we're able to kind of joke, have an interesting conversation about it and not get ugly, which is why I don't like politics. It does generally cause a lot of divide. So I'm glad we're able. Nice. Kind of like glad we're having a conversation, and it's awesome. We're having a little fun. And I'm not gonna lie. Now, don't forget, I wasn't born here, so I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know all the presidents. I wasn't born here. I was born in Canada. Now, okay. Here we go. How about Canadian prime ministers? Toughest and weakest. I know we got some Canadians in the chat tonight. Who do you guys got? Canadian prime ministers. Could be the current. Who's the current? What's his name? Justin Trudeau. He's the current prime minister up there. Could be. Now in Canada, we do have multiple parties, I believe. I believe there's like 5 different political parties. So there's a lot of options to choose from. Now, when I lived in Canada, my memory of politics was a lot of people used to make fun of the Quebec party, Bloc Québécois, I believe it was called. It was kind of Ontario and Quebec always had that rivalry. A lot of interesting stuff in the chat. Train in 93 says Jimmy Carter seems like he'd be the toughest to take down. Some of these comments are just straight up like the type of stuff you find on a YouTube comment, like some random ass shit. Oh man. JFK had a good head on his shoulders. And we got a goal here by Sando Sparks for psychotic break. Oh, got the goalie. He fooled the goalie there with a little bit of a weird bounce on the puck. That was a tough one there. So it's a 1-0 psychotic break. All right, so we got the replacements taking on Wilding. Now the replacements have jumped out to a 4-1 lead. Here in the game, it looks like they're going to take this game number 3. It looks like they're going to sweep the Wildlings. 3 minutes left, 3-goal deficit. the way the replacements have played, they may very well take the sweep. And it's unfortunate for them in a way because they, assuming they end up winning this, they will be 1 point away from first place. So somewhere else down the line, a game that was lost, maybe they had a bad game. If they would have won it, they could be in first place. Welcome Straight Inks Tattoos to the TikTok stream, right there. So good stuff there. Pale Poner in the chat says, I would fight Grover Cleveland.
Wow, is very nice.
Johnny has got you over Tyson on a good day. Like Mike Tyson? Killzone in the chat. Ew, it's Pale Poner. Pale Poner says, who is the most badass president? Again, I don't know everything about every president. I kind of find Abe Lincoln interesting. I think he just looks cool. Looks like a badass. Looks like a guy who would smoke pipes and drink whiskey all the time and just be kind of a badass. I don't know. I'm going to go with Abe. I'll go with Abe Lincoln. Why not? He seems like he'd be like just kind of a hardcore dude, like slam down whiskey and I don't know. Who knows? I could be wrong. Radley with the answering my Canadian Prime Minister's question. Radley says Trudeau would get his booty whooped.
Wow, is very nice.
Kelch in the chat. Before we get to this comment, we're going to go through. So Psychotic break leading 1-0 late in the first period. And the replacements officially sweep the Wildlings 3-0 with that win there. So congratulations to the Wildlings. A very wild series there. They win the series 3-0 over the Wildlings. So Jar Jar Tips now getting a little help. That certainly helps their cause. Now, let me switch the sound source over to one of the other streams. There we go. All right. So the Wildlings are in the final playoff spot. Jar Jar Tips are on the outside looking in. So obviously, the Wildlings getting swept tonight is good for Jar Jar Tips. Wildlings did take a point. Now the Jar Jar Tips, now they need to do, for their sake, they need to do their part. For their sake. I'm not taking sides here, but then this is overtime number 2, I just noticed. That is insane. Overtime 2 and is going on right now. A lot of interesting stuff. Okay, interesting. Quite another good one here by S. Novak. Best Adam Sandler movies. What's your top 3? Yeah, top 3 Adam Sandler. I'm gonna go with 3, 2, 1. Number 3, I'm gonna go with Big Daddy. Number 2, I'm gonna go with Happy Gilmore. Number 1, I'm gonna go with Billy Madison. I love that movie. It's such an iconic 90s stupid comedy. I love stupid comedies. I do. I really do. I'm not a huge Adam Sandler guy, but I do like silly movies. I think Billy Madison is like one of the goofiest movies of all, of that era. So I'm going to go with Billy Madison as my number 1. I mean, that's a movie I can watch all the time. Honorable mention, The Waterboys, going to be up there too. Another classic. But I'll go with Big Daddy. I believe that's what it's called. Big Daddy, Happy Gilmore, and number 1, Billy Madison. How about you guys, man? What you guys got? Killzone on the chat there says Margaret Thatcher the GOAT. I rest my case. I think she'd be the hardest to beat up in a street fight. I think she'd kick my booty. I think Margaret Thatcher could take me. I'm 6 foot 230, and I still think she could take me. Favorite bill? Favorite dollar bill? 20s. I love 20s. As far as United States currency, 20s. Nice shot there. Big save by Weasel for the boys known as Psychotic Break. This is great. I'm really enjoying this. This is a great conversation. We're trying to keep the focus on the game, but also having a little fun. We gotta have conversation, right? It's gotta have a little fun. We're all here. We're friends. We're creating here. Pale Pony in the chat says Ulysses Grant for badass president. The guy was a menace in the Civil War. Interesting. Abe Lincoln would send him into every possible no-win situation and he'd win anyways. Oh, geez. Snowback. Sorry, wrong. Snowback with the chat. His movies are Click, Waterboy, and Happy Gilmore. Absolutely. Good list there. Absolutely great list there. Killzone mentions Wedding Singer needs love. I wasn't a big fan of The Wedding Singer. I know I'm going to get a lot of crap for that, but I couldn't get behind that movie. It was okay. Oh my God. No. Oh, honorable mention. Oh my God. I can't believe I forgot this because I watched this like 4 nights ago. You Don't Mess with the Zohan. I love that movie. It's so stupid, but I really like the Zohan. Do you remember that movie? The Zohan, where he's like an Israeli counter-terrorist or something, or like a some like military guy. You haven't seen Zohan? Oh, you got to see Zohan. It's so funny. It's ridiculous. It's like, yeah, like I said, Adam Sandler is I think he's Israeli counter-terrorist soldier or something like that. And it's one of those things where like people shoot him and he stops bullets with his teeth. It's so far-fetched and stupid, but it's funny. And then he comes to America for like a normal life and but the other terrorist organizations are coming to find him. It's kind of weird, but it's funny. Like in this one scene, the DJ, Adam Sandler goes to this DJ to say, "Hey, play this record. I want to listen to this." And the DJ's like, "No." So Adam Sandler, the Zohan, wraps him up in a pretzel, like totally far-fetched, stupid stuff, but it's funny. And it's very stereotypical. Like it's kind of borderline. Like you got to remember, this movie was made several years ago. There's a lot of stereotypes that probably wouldn't go over too well today, but it's just stupid comedy. Tomahawk in the chat mentioned, can Jar Jar and Dex figure it out? Yeah, look at this. We're about to go into triple overtime. Yeah, there we go, guys. Triple overtime in this series. Jar Jar Tips and the Mighty Dex will have played the equivalent of 2 games in 1. We still have the other series going on here, in which Psychotic Break still lead 1-0. Now, so Hobby Horse runner up 2-0, but Psychotic Break needs something here, man. They need something going here tonight. Radley in the chat says, booty or front, booty or booby. That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. I'll DM you on that one. I don't know how to answer that. You got me blushing there, bro. You got me good there. You haven't seen Zohan Tomahawk, man. Zohan is an HM for sure. Bedtime Stories is far better than Zohan. I've never seen Bedtime. I've never heard of that. I have no clue what that is. Pale Pony with an interesting one. Left hand or chesticle. Where's Big Daddy? Yeah, I put Big Daddy on my list. That was mine. Where's Big Daddy? Right here, Cabs or Kelch. Uncut Gems is the undisputed best Sandler movie. I never heard of that. I've never heard of some of these movies. I have to check them out. 8 Crazy Nights. I've not heard. You know what? Why am I so behind on these? I've never heard of these. And a goal here by Hobby Horsing Around. I'm sorry. Psychotic Break. My apologies. Sandos Sparks at the goal. Good goal there for them. With this being probably a defensive game, looks like it's going to be a lot of defense here. A 2-0 lead might be all they need. We still have a whole period to go. Boom. Second period's done. So that might be all they need. We'll see. But Sandos Sparks going to get a highlight here. He scored that goal, and he's got a bunch of hits here. As he takes down, looks like that's Wizzy. Wizzy he takes down there pretty hard, too. A lot of funny stuff in the chat here. Young Kelch says, booty shape better than booty size. If you know, you know. And, oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, a goal. There it is. Jar Jar Tips with the win. This is exactly what they need right now. Jar Jar Tips with a, wow, what a game, ladies and gentlemen. That was triple overtime. It took 3 overtimes to decide a game 3-2. That is absolutely something there to be looking at, man. That is nuts. So the series is tied now at 1 game apiece here as we go into game number 3 at some point here. So it looks like that's going to be, and you know, it works out great because this is going to be a very crucial game. And a goal by none other than Rob 32-34 for Hobby. Horsing around. There it is. Dainty Dangles and Sando Sparks with the assist on that one. Or not Sando Sparks. Good Lord, I'm getting these names mixed up. Ay, ay, ay. Someone named Sandwich. Some dude whose player name is Sandwich. Yes, Sandwich. Could have called his player name anything, but something Sandwich. Might have been tuna sandwich. I don't know. But regardless, it's 2-1 now. Third period underway. Let's see. Where's my Twidget chat? Another, oh my God, I can't even find my Twitter chat. And these guys are scoring. Rob is on a scoring frenzy. 32-34. Rob with the goal. Game time goal. Dainty Dangles on the assist. So this one's 2-2. Big game here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Snowvac in the chat says, Johnny, what are your favorite COD maps? That's a trick question. I don't like COD. No, truth be told, there was a point where I liked COD a lot. I just don't anymore. I hate Shipman. I think Shipman is a humongous piece of garbage. Yeah, honestly, that's a tough one because I don't really play COD. If you switch COD with Battlefield 2042, that's a different discussion altogether. Yeah, I don't like COD. I don't. So I guess technically I don't like any maps. They're all terrible. Although I saw the new COD's coming out on Game Pass. I don't know if that's going to be enough for me to play it. But yeah, I'm not a hater necessarily. I just don't like COD.
Slides it up ahead from the right wing. Schwenningen's got the puck in their own end. The Ducks moving ahead. Rocked them in the open ice.
Yeah. Tomahawk was thinking. He's saying what I'm thinking. Game 3 between the Mighty Ducks and Jar Jar Tips is starting at midnight. If this was Jimmy, he'd be furious. Yeah, that was triple overtime. Like that's it. This series would be done by now. Instead, we're still waiting on Game 3 to start. Which hey, it doesn't bother me. Some interesting stuff here. Firing Range, Summit, and Raid are top 3. I guess those are COD maps. 24/7 Shipment. Yeah, I hated Shipment. It's just such a cluster. You know what? I mean, I remember when I played it. Shipment was the one that came to mind. Like, I play it. It's like, oh, I hate this very much. I really hate this. What, you don't like spawning on your own martyrdom grenade? Bingo. Yeah, I remember stupid martyrdom back in the day. Yeah, I don't mean. If this is Battlefield 2042, I'll go with Renewal, Revival, and Hourglass as my maps. But see, that's the thing. Nobody knows Battlefield maps. It's like being a big fish in a small tank, and nobody plays Battlefield except me and maybe a couple others. All right, so we got 2-2 now. 7 minutes left in the third period between Psychotic Break and Hobby horsing around. And this one is going real good. Another question in the chat here. This is a good, interesting. Okay. All right, that's an interesting one because I don't mind Rainbow Six Siege. I'm looking up the names in the pictures. I don't remember the names. If I can see the picture, If I can see the picture, I'll remember the. Hold on. If I see the names, I only know the maps visually. I don't know what they're called. I know there was one that you're taking place on Air Force One. I forgot what map that is. That's a really good one. Let's see. All right, so we got another goal here coming up here.
There's the hat trick, and this place is silent.
Well, he's licking his chops when he goes on the road, hey, James, and he gets his hattie. I mean, he's been feeling it.
Okay, here we go. I got the list in front of me. So I have the visualization here. Hold on, is that it? No, it's the wrong one. Sorry.
James, they got to continue to attack, and they've got to manage the puck. I mean, yes, it's the third period. There's a lot of runway left here. It's only a one-goal game.
Just here in the late stages of this frame, the Ducks are hanging on.
Okay, so for Siege, yeah, here we go. Third to first. I'm gonna go with House, Presidential Plane, number 2, and my number 1 is gonna be Chalet. I love Chalet. Yeah, those are good. Rainbow Six Siege. I like the game. I'm just terrible at it. I'm not good at it. That's a tough game. That's a tough game. Rattler, you're crazy, bro. Rattler in the chat with a goal. Oh, hold up. We got a goal. Waved off. It's going to be a goal for Hobby Horsing Around that ends up getting called off. Oh, that would have been the game-tying goal with 1.5 minutes left. That hurts. That absolutely hurts that team right now. The map is judged by how good of a search and destroy map it is. This is the only way you can correctly judge a COD map. And looks like, oh my God, bottom of the screen. A Soul looks like got a goal for Jar Jar Tips here in game number 3. It's 1-0. This is what they need. Johnny, what's your social security number? Oh, Rattler, you're killing me, buddy. You are killing me. Now, social insurance number from when I lived in Canada, you can have that because I have no financial ties with Canada no more. You can have that. 32. So it looks like Psychotic Break. Yeah, Psychotic Break are going to win the series 2-1. Congratulations to them. And that's going to be the game. 3 seconds left in this one. And it's going to be a 3-2 final. Oops. Wrong one. All right, wins the series 2-1. Let me set up the single game view. I forgot to do that. Jar Jar Tips to the right. And Mighty Dex to the left. And we're going to fix up the series tied. 1-1. And we are going to take away Hobby Horsing Around. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. Psychotic Break winning game number. Thank you, Epic, for the stream. And that's it. That's the end of that one. So we're down to one more series. And for some reason, Stonewall is listening to Barbie Girl. I'm going to have to mute him because that's going to get copyrighted dinged. I'll have to mute that real quick. Why he is listening to Aqua, I don't know. He just doesn't look like a guy who would listen to Aqua while he's playing NHL. It's just, hey, you do you, but it's kind of funny. Anywho, let me get some music going on here. Snowback, that's a good question. I just had this discussion the other day with somebody on a battlefield. Pale Poner in the chat says, last 4 of your credit card, please, and the three what do you call them? CVV numbers on the back. Well, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. S. Novak in the chat asks, Johnny, is Operation Locker or Operation Metro your GOAT? As far as playing the game for the sake of being skilled, none of them. But as far as whoring for points, Operation Locker is the way to go. Dude, do you know how many points I have? Back in the day, it was Battlefield 4, I think it was. Me and Yambag and like a couple other guys who are former 239 players. Hugh Laurie was one of them. We would play Operation Locker for hours. We would find private servers that ran. For those who don't know what we're talking about, Operation Locker and Metro to a point. I guess we'll put the music. We can put his audio back on. As long as it's low, maybe that Twitch won't catch it. There was these bottlenecks in the middle of the map where two teams on opposite ends of these narrow hallways would fight. So a lot of people would die. And I used to be, I still do. I run a support class, which means I provide ammo and healing. So I hang back and let the guys fight each other. They all die. I provide healing and revive. You'd get all these points. So many. I mean, you would rank up so fast. It was a cheap way to do it. Just start healing and don't do anything as far as battling. Just heal and provide ammo. And Operation Locker Metro had these choke points where you could be a medic and hang out and just start reviving people, which was stupid because you would revive them, they would die instantly, which is frustrating to the player being revived. But yeah, definitely Operation Locker. If you're looking to whore for points, I'd say Locker a little bit more than Metro, although both maps were good, especially if you could find a 24/7 map. Top 3 shows of all time. You know, Fallout's going to go into number 3 only because I love it so much, but only because it's new. Top 3 shows. Married with Children at number 2, and number 1 for me is Cobra Kai. I'm a sucker for classics, so Married to Children's right up in there. I could watch that anytime, and I love Cobra Kai. And you know, and it's not, and nothing to do with me being into martial arts or nothing. It's just a good show. Very nostalgic with all the characters and all that good stuff. So good stuff. This Pale Opponent says Sopranos. He's more of a Price is Right. Yo, Price is Right is awesome, dude. That show's legit. Hugh Laurie, shout out to Lance's Plumbing. Yeah, dude, that guy was hardcore Battlefield back in the day. Me, him, and Yambag, and ILF Legion, Chuck, Mr. Fuller, used to be really into that game. Wire, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones. Yeah, I've never seen any of those. You know, I always meant to check out Game of Thrones. I got nothing against that. I just never got around to watching it. I know a lot of people like it, so. Young Kelch in the chat said, love you, Johnny, but that might be the worst top 3 I've ever heard. Yeah, I know. Well, come on, Cobra Kai. You can't hate on Cobra Kai. I would agree Married to Children's an acquired taste. You got to be a real fan of, like, slum humor for that show. Anyhow, let's get to the standings real quick. Here we are. This is where we stand. Check it out. Check it out right here. The replacements. Look at that. 1 point away from first place. So their season is done. So Blue Collar Dads here in third place. The Mighty Decks will now be. So now Mighty Decks with the points. They'll be tied with Blue Collar Dads. We'll see what they do here in game number 3. So they could be third place after tonight. Hobby Horsing Around will stay here in 5th. Psychotic Break down here. They're got 3 more games tomorrow night, so they could be up there too. So Psychotic Break's not out of a top spot by any means. None of the Manskys, they'll be battling the Wildlings. So right now, and actually, Jar Jar Tips has 10 points. That second game didn't register yet. So they're cutting it close, man. They're cutting it close here. We're keeping on this one. At the very least, let's just pretend. Let's just throw it out there. Let's just say Jar Jar Tips wins this game. Now they have 12 points, 3 points behind the Wildlings, who they play tomorrow night. That will set up an amazing matchup. To say that about the 9th seed versus the 8th seed, I know it's a stretch, but just because of the playoff implications, literally the 2 teams are going to battle for a playoff spot tomorrow, which is going to makes for some interesting hockey. Let me tell you. Cheers to both teams tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to that one. Of course, another night, Lemanskis will take on Psychotic Break. Psychotic Break need tomorrow night because Psychotic Break could bounce from 6th all the way to 3rd after tomorrow night. Another night of Lemansky's. What that's going to mean for them is, I mean, they're pretty safe, but more points. It kind of gets a little more. It puts a little more gap between them and the Wildlings. I mean, 1 point pretty much solidifies 7th place for Lemansky's team. So, I mean, it's still going to be a good matchup on the surface. Just more so playoff, more seeding implications for Psychotic Break. And again, I know when you pick your opponents, your seeding doesn't really matter unless you're first place. But I think a lot of teams just like being a higher seed. Just, it makes you look more badass, I guess. I don't know. Makes you kind of more of a dangerous team to mess with. So, and I got pen all over my hand. Good Lord. All right, here comes Chandler, 49-11 for the Mighty Ducks. Skating with it now, and he's going in front and loses it to Prodigus Coot. Prodigus Coot, who was called up after the loss of FDM Kill as a captain after he quit. With Ziggs, the new captain here.
Pick a song.
All right. We got 1-0 Jar Tips here late in the second period. About 8 minutes to go here. I'm just trying to mark down all the scores here. 2, 1-0. All right, 1-0 Jar Tips. All right. Kelch in the chat says, Game of Thrones is my top choice. I'd highly recommend it if you have thoughts about watching it. It's worth it. Yeah, absolutely. I do have thoughts. I mean, I have nothing against it. I just never got around. I wouldn't mind checking it out. Maybe binging that. Could be interesting. Tomahawk says, we missed first place by that much. He's talking about 1 point separates them and first seed, it hurts, man. It hurts. S. Novak, Johnny, have you seen Young Sheldon? No, I have not. No. Might be another one if it's good. Might be worth checking it out. Snowback in the chat says, Johnny, who are your favorite characters of Cobra Kai? Let me think about that for a second. I'm going to go 3, 2, and 1. Let's go with... let's go with Robbie Keane. Kind of a hardcore, kind of like a badass. Kind of like the way his character's been up or down. Tori is pretty awesome too. I really, really, really liked her character. She's a very good villain. But now you can see, and I do apologize if I'm spoiling anything, but obviously she's starting to kind of turn a corner. But for the first 5 seasons, in which she was portraying mostly a villain, I thought she did it really good. And of course, my number 1, I'm going to go with Terry Silver. I liked him a lot in the original movie, Karate Kid 3. Love Terry Silver's character. You see his fighting style. He's a smart in the movie and the show. Very smart martial artist. He's obviously very tall. Uses his legs to his advantage. He's a very good kicker, and uses his in martial arts and I guess in any kind of fighting. You learn to use your best weapons. If you're taller, you use your longest weapon against the closest target, kind of thing. And that's kind of what Terry Silver does. So. And an interesting fact about the Cobra Kai, the style of karate, and you find it out in season 3 of Cobra Kai. The style of karate they do is Tang Soo Do, which is a Korean style, which is the martial art that I'm in, which is kind of cool. But there is no strike first, strike hard. It's not that mentality, but it's just kind of cool that they base it off of that martial arts style, the Korean martial arts. So very cool, little thing, and kind of neat. And we do have a goal here by the Mighty Ducks with 5.1 second left. Mighty Ducks tied up at 1 there, going into the second intermission here. So yeah, there's the second mission underway. You find out in the 3rd season that it is Tang Soo Do. When John Kreese's captain talks about going in undercover, that he came back from Korea and learned this Tang Soo Do style. And then it's reaffirmed in season 5. That girl who comes off the plane, the woman, she plays the granddaughter of the leader, the head guy of Tang Soo Do. She plays the granddaughter of the dude who started Tang Sudo, and oh my God, Huang Qi, granddaughter of Huang Qi, who started the Mudu Quan, which is Tang Sudo. So it's kind of an interesting little thing there. But again, Tang Sudo is not all about you got to beat the crap out of everybody and strike first, strike hard. It's not that. They do that for the movie and the show, but it's just interesting. Now, Tang Sudo is a very diverse style of martial arts. A lot of kicking based, which is good for me. I like that stuff a lot. So, very interesting. Always found that stuff interesting. Tomahawk in the chat says, Game of Thrones has nudity, graphic violence, more nudity, incest, and dragons. Dragons sounds interesting. I like dragons. Rattle in the chat. How I Met Your Mother is fantastic. I don't think I've ever watched that show. Or maybe I've watched a couple episodes. It just doesn't seem like it's something I would like. And a goal. Goal there. That's going to be Ziggs, the captain for Jar Jar Tips. Puts them up 2-1 now early in the third period. Jar Jar Tips looking impressive right now. I mean, they're backed up against a corner. They know what's at stake. They gotta strike, man. They gotta bring their A+ game. And this is their night. Tonight, if they can win this one, that puts them in a great position, a little bit of a better position for tomorrow night as they literally take on the opponents who are one spot ahead of them. So that's what we're faced with tomorrow. So at least it makes it an interesting matchup tomorrow night. S. Novak in the chat says, I think Johnny and Ralph's redemption arcs are pretty respectable, not going to lie. Appreciate it, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys have, there's a bunch of shows. Like, obviously, I'm watching Fallout. I'm rewatching Fallout repeatedly, just trying to see if I love that show. I'm a really big fan of that because I love the game. Obviously, I'm one of those nerds. Actually, it's been pretty cool. Me and my son have been watching Fallout, and we have my setup right here, and my son's stuff is, you see him on stream. He's right behind me. His gaming setup. So we were totally getting in the vibe. We were watching the Fallout series on one of my monitors, and we were playing. He was playing Fallout. I was playing Fallout. I think I was playing 76. He was playing Fallout 4. Just kind of getting into the mood, just getting into the Fallout vibe. It was great. Friggin' great. Really cool. We had the red lights on. Very nice. Just kind of setting the tone. Watching Fallout, playing Fallout. And we were starting watching it again. So, yeah, it's a good vibe there. I do have to finish, however. I do have to finish Vikings. I didn't finish Vikings. I started watching it. Never finished it. It's another show I really, really like. Generally, I like. Oh, nice play there. Here comes Asol. Hold on, Asol in front. Oh, I don't know if that was saved or blocked, but that was a great effort there. Oh man, it's still 2-1 now. Jar Jar. What was I saying? Asol just gets upended. Wow. Micaiah back to the point to Prodigus Coot. Prodigus Coot with the puck now, back of the net. Going to go all the way around. Can anybody get it? Looks like, yes, he's got it. Micaiah in front. What a save by Fatal. Glove save. Robbed him because that was a point-blank shot. Man. Oh, my God. What a nice save by Fatal. Tomahawk in the chat says, I loved Fallout. Captured the universe perfectly. I agree. I thought Lucy's character was great. The vault dweller, the vault dude. What was everything? The vault bobblehead guy, perfectly captured. The universe, the enclave, everything was just captured so well. I thought they did a great job with it. And looking forward to season 2. For those who haven't watched it yet, I'm not going to say anything more. But great show. All right, here comes Barr down up the point here. Gets it back to the point, over to Too Accurate. Too Accurate with it now. Shot on goal blocked. Chandler now with it. Pass in front, wide of the net. Here comes Frack side over to Chandler. Chandler. in front, loses it to Ace Soul. Great defensive play by Ace there. Over to Ziggs. Now they're just kind of playing the time game here. Kind of killing some clock here because they only got 6.5 left, and they're up by 1. And there's a big rush there. And Stonewall Goat keeps the puck out. And I don't know what Stonewall's listening to, but speaking of the Vikings show, sounds like it's listening to like Viking music. Kind of like it. It's got a good vibe. All right, so I implore everybody, let's do one more raffle to end the night. This is going to be the final few minutes of the night. And then we're going to hop off. I'm going to let my dog pee, and I'm going to jump on Battlefield for a bit. Speaking of good games, which everybody should be playing, which I'll give you my top 3 games that I'm playing. Now, it's not top 3 as far as whether I like them as much or not. Top 3 games that I'm playing right now. City Skylines 2. Gray Zone Warfare on Steam. And number 1, of course, Battlefield 2042. Now, that's the only one that I'm going to say is my favorite game because I love that game. And it just happens to be the number 1 that I'm playing right now. So, those 3 games. I'll probably hop on Gray Zone Warfare tonight for a little bit. For those who don't know what that is, it's a military-style shooter. Slow-paced. Not like Call of Duty or nothing or something like that. No sprinting and all that goofy stuff. Good game if you're into like that kind of game. It's slow-paced. You got to have patience for it. Another good one is Ready or Not. Anybody who's on Steam and likes those games, check those out. Good ones there. Again, slow-paced. You got to be tactical. Got to check, peek your corners, use your tools to do all that. So, good games there. Highly recommended. But I have to warn you, it's only for a certain audience. And a nice goal there by Micaiah. There it is.
Jesus, 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 Jesus.
And Micaiah now gives Jar Jar Tips a 2-goal lead. This is what they need. This is exactly going to set things up for an interesting night tomorrow night. So, unfortunate for the Mighty Ducks. It could possibly end in a loss. But at the very, Mighty Ducks are in the playoffs. They're safe. This sets the tone for tomorrow night. The huge matchup between Jar Jar Tips and the Wildlings for the 8th and final playoff spot. That's what's at stake. Interesting comment in the chat, Kelch. He says, Johnny, if you and your son like arcade shooters, give X Defiant a shot. Yeah, I got it. I'm going to download that. That looks good. X Defiant looks really good. I think my son's interested too. Looks like he was He looks like he was kind of curious about it. I know he likes Valorant, and he plays at Valorant from time to time, so he might like that too. Kind of like those interesting. It kind of gives me a Valorant Apex vibe. So, Prodigus Coot over to Micaiah. Micaiah on a breakaway. Scores. That's it. That is it there.
Got him!
All right, 4-1. Jar Jar Tips will take game number 3 by a score of 4-1. That's going to be all she wrote here. And this one is going to be in the books. Jar Jar Tips doing everything they needed to, almost everything, in order to make their playoff dreams a little bit more of a reality. All right, let's take it to the 3-game view right now. All right, let's take it to them right now. 3 games result, there it is. The final game is in the books. Jar Jar Tips winning a game here, winning a series. And that one is 2-1. Recap of tonight's series. The only sweep was the replacement sweep in the Wildlings 3-0. Hobby Horse and Around takes their series 2-1 over Psychotic Break. And Jar Jar Tips in a crucial matchup. I got to give it to Jar Jar Tips because they beat Mighty Ducks are a really good opponent. So this was not an easy game for them. Not an easy series. And they took it 2-1. Mighty Ducks will get some valuable points out of that too. But all right, we're going to close it out here because we do have a couple more good comments coming through the chat. Let's take a look here. What do we got going on? X Defiant is fun. Kelch says, I've played 8 hours of it. It's like a COD Apex mix. Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, I am going to download it. I'm actually might download it tonight. And I won't be able to play it tonight, but I'll download it, give it a shot. Looks good. I think I'll like it. I was watching a bunch of guys stream it. That's kind of what my intro. I was watching this one guy stream it, so looked fun. So, all right, so here we go. Now, not everything is up. Not everything is really up to. We're still waiting on the Jar Jar Tips series to load in. Everybody else is pretty much up to date. So, shooting blanks, replacements, blue collar dads, hobby horsing around. Their season is done. Tomorrow night we have 4 teams left. That's going to be Mighty Decks are done too. Tomorrow night we're going to have Psychotic Break taking on another light of Mansky's, and then Wildlings taking on Jar Jar Tips. So that is why that series is interesting. What's up, Chocolate Brown? Chocolate Brown in the chat right now says play in tomorrow. Play in tourney tomorrow. Jar Jar and Wildlings. There you got that right, man. That's what tomorrow means. So that's going to be a series tomorrow. Obviously, you know, I got to give credit to the Jar Jar Tips Wildling series. That's going to be the series of the night. Jar Jar Tips, again, the website hasn't put all the stats in quite yet. Probably because of that triple overtime. I think the triple overtime game is screwing things up. So that's 21 games played. 21 games played. 5 wins, 14 losses, and 2 overtime losses. So they now have actually 12 points. So visualize 12 here. So tomorrow night, yeah, that's just a tricky one. Tomorrow night, basically whoever wins out tomorrow, man. The Wildlings need like 3 points, I think, and that should clinch it for them. Yeah, I think 3 points will clinch it for the Wildlings tomorrow. So that's where we're at, and it's basically going to be whoever wins tomorrow goes in the playoffs. What a night! So Wildlings and Jar Jar Tips. That's going to be our big matchup tomorrow night, and then another night, Lemansky's taking on Psychotic Break. That shouldn't really matter for the standings much at all, except for Psychotic Break. But 2 quality marquee matchup. Please, you got to be here for that. 2 great series. One of them has playoff implications out the wazoo. All right. That's going to do it for tonight. Great night. Again, rough start. We had a lot of issues trying to get the streams up and all that. But, hey, we finished strong. Thank you. Thank you for the conversations. Like I said, stuff like that, man, gives some nice extra ingredients to the stream. We had a great conversations out there. A lot of fun stuff. I appreciate the questions. You know, if top 3 this, your favorite that. I love that stuff. So anytime, man, keep that up. Bring it in here. Let's, we'll keep it 239, but there's nothing wrong with a little bit of conversation. It's a fun time. Makes things a little bit interesting, too. So, without further ado, see you tomorrow night for a doubleheader. Tomorrow night is the final night of Season 32. I will see you at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here, Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok Live. You choose your platform. We'll be there. For myself, 239 Hockey League, I'm Johnny B signing out. Have a good night. I'll see you all on Defiant sometime. X Defiant. Peace.